Let's discuss the test number 1, question number 4. It is from maths and it is basically from probability. Okay, so what is asked us, what is given us, the probability that A and B will die within a year are given. So let's denote them by P of A, which is P. It means that A dies, probability that A dies within a year. Okay, and P of B is Q, probability that B dies within a year or within a single year from now onwards. Okay, now looking at these two events, I can say that A and B are independent events, which means that, see, if A dies, it is not at all connected to B dying or alive. So both are independent events, and so that's an important point. Just might be useful later on in the problem. So what we'll do is we'll solve it through Venn diagrams. So this circle basically represents the probability that A dies within a year, and this circle represents that probability that B dies within a year. Now there is some intersection because both may die within a single year. It may so happen that because both are independent, it may die, A and B may die within a single year. Okay, so there is some intersection. Okay, so now what is asked is probability that only one of them will be alive at the end of the year. So it means that either A dies, B is alive, or A is alive and B dies. So these two events together, as the probability of together is asked. Okay, what we'll do is, so this basically means that P of A union B is the probability that A or B dies within a year. So it includes all the cases. That means A dies, B is alive, A is alive, B dies, or both dies. So that is included by this case. Okay, and now PA intersection B, which means that both die within a year. So now looking at the problem, that what is asked is either of them is alive at the end of 1 year. So that includes these two cases, and these two cases means that P of A union B minus P of A intersection B. That means either A or B dies or both dies, and then you're subtracting the cases where both die within a year. So what will be left is either of them dies and the other person is alive at the end of year. So this is asked. Now P of A union B, going by maths, it is like this, and there is another PA intersection P. Now early on in the problem we recorded that A and B are independent events, and the PA intersection B, that is both dying within a year, is just the product of their individual probabilities. So this will be P plus Q, and this is nothing but P and Q. So we have what is asked, P plus Q minus 2PQ is the probability of either A dying and B being alive, or A being alive and B dies. So either of them dies. Okay, so the answer is D. Thank you.